Okay, I'm ordering right now.
So good morning, you guys. It's the next morning, and we're about to take Legend to daycare. And we was just giving him a little lecture before we go.
To be nice.
To be nice today. And he's not trying to hear it. He's just sipping on his little bottle. We found out that Legend was being bad in school. And he was, this is
too aggressive
with the other babies in daycare, you know. He just kicked Clarence in the face. Y'all didn't see that, though.
Because he's rough, yo. He's rough. That's what I was trying to tell his teachers.
Yeah, no shaking babies by the head, okay? You cannot do that.
Even when they cry.
Even if they crying, okay? And you also cannot be throwing a blanket over babies. It's not funny. It's not a joke. Baby, gonna make him think it's okay. Is he laughing?
No, he don't think it's okay. He knows. Stop putting your leg
I don't
up.
got time for parents to be coming knocking at my door talking about something your son is bullying my son. We don't do bullies in this house. Okay?
Do you hear me? Blink if you hear me.
He just blinked.
This is the Kels and KK music show. Now, as you may know, that there has been some drama concerning Chris, Queen, and Clarence. Now, is Queen and Clarence, are they being bullies? I don't know. Like, they told their son not to be a bully, but are they bullying Chris? I hope that they're not, you know, because Queen came out on YouTube. She dropped her video making her allegations towards Chris, basically saying that he doesn't give any sort of structure to baby Chris while he's over there. Then Chris came out and he did his version of his own video talking about, you know, what she said wasn't true, in his opinion. Then Clarence came out and he did 2 tweets. And what did he say?
The term good father is used too loosely, in my opinion.
And then what else he say?
Expectations are set so low for fathers that in society it's good to do the very minimum.
Okay. And then what did Chris say?
Dude always got to put his 2 cents in that he didn't have to work hard for. Shake my head.
And then in my opinion, I feel like what he's talking about is that him and Queen, they worked hard together on their YouTube channel that they had. And because of that, Queen had gotten her start with her ex-husband. And that's how she had gotten her fame. And then she really got famous after she dropped the song Medicine, which everybody knows that song was put out and written by her because she was heartbroken from her ex-husband Chris cheating on her. But to come for his parenting skills it's too much. I feel like it's a low blow. And I feel like Clarence shouldn't have done that, you know, because you can see that the son, he really loves his father, right?
In my opinion, I feel that Clarence was definitely out of pocket for even putting his opinion in the situation between Queen and Chris Sales. When Chris Sales makes his YouTube videos with his son, you can tell that baby Chris is all in love with his father, and that he can definitely tell that his father cares about him because all the affection that Chris Sales shows his son on a regular basis. So Clarence, he wasn't right for his opinion on what he had said about Chris Sales on his Twitter.
And do you agree with Chris when he said that he wasn't trying to shade Queen by making that video showing baby Chris crying before he was going to go back to his mom's house?
In my opinion, I feel that Chris Sales was being kind of messy when he had made that video of baby Chris crying before he went to his mom's house. He shouldn't have did that.
Because even if he didn't make it with that sort of intent, that's how the public is going to look at it because of the history that exists between Chris and Queen. So we're going to show you these clips and tell me, what do you think about this whole scenario? Who do you believe? Like, share, and subscribe. We're out.
Baby, Chris, what you say?
CJ.
Chris, come and put on your clothes. Baby. gonna tell everybody hi. Huh? Where you going? Where you about to go sit, baby? I just woke up. Come on, what's your issue? What's wrong, baby? He's crying because he said he's gonna miss his daddy.
Early in the morning and do it. It'd be tough waking up early in the morning. CJ is still adjusting to getting up early and going to school because, like, at his dad's house, he don't do that. He just used to sleeping in, or he don't really have a bedtime at his dad's house. That's another reason why, y'all, I also wanted to, like, talk about it. Sometimes, like, Chris will record CJ crying. Oh, what is this? Chris will record CJ crying before he come over here. Like, as if he don't want to come over mommy's house, or like something's going on over here. But the thing is, when he over there at Chris's house, CJ pretty much don't really have like rules. He don't got rules, and CJ know that over here he got rules. He know he got a bedtime. He know that he can't just be on the game or iPad all day long. He knows certain things he can't say to adults. Also over there, if y'all notice, it'd be like a lot of kids over there, like CJ's age. So he probably be having, more fun and stuff like that. But that's, when a kid know he can do more stuff at one place, of course he's gonna want to be over there more. But it's a good environment over here for CJ too, like where he can learn and stuff. That's why I put him in school like as soon as he got here. And a lot of people was asking, well, what you gonna do when you go back to his dad's house and this and that? But truthfully, now that he's in school, it might be a lot more different. The times may be different. Since he's going to school here now, of course it's going to be like longer periods of time, whatever. But I do plan on, I know it can be like hard to adjust, as a child going from house to house and stuff like that, and you got rules here, but over here you don't got no rules, and like, it's just like, I know it gotta be tough for him, so like, it be taking him a while to adjust back, which makes it extra hard for me, because it's like, what mom want their child to be crying, before they have to come over, like that's a hurtful feeling. But, hold on, mommy be down there in a minute, okay? But it's nothing that nobody do over here where CJ feel like, mistreated or anything like that. We was gonna make it more fun over here though, because we know Legend is just a baby and he can't really play with himself. We was going to get CJ his own either PS4 or Xbox, I don't know. It was like hard to, for me it's like, I can't really tell the difference. I don't even know how to work the things. But Claire was telling me that he probably liked the Xbox more, so since he could play games over there, I was gonna let him, he got an iPad over here, but I could see that he liked to play games. Of course he ain't gonna be able to play it like all night long and be up, but I'm kind of gonna do that for him. And just, try to make it more fun. Because now he in school and all of that stuff, so he probably like, oh my God, man, mommy house is boring. I gotta go to school. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to turn it up for him. Anyway, we leave again, y'all, on freaking.
That has to be discussed as far as our son should be discussed between me and her. Like, not on social media. Like, the stuff that she said on her video was not being discussed with me. So that's what the first thing you went wrong at. And I ain't never, ever, ever portrayed Queen to be this horrible mom. None of that. That's not me. That's not in my character. I would never, ever talk down on Queen. I never, ever talk down on her. And I won't to this day. She's not a bad parent or none of that. But one thing I do have to say is he does have rules at my house. You don't know what's going on at my house. How can you possibly say, oh, he don't have rules, or he don't do this, and he don't do this? Like, you don't know that. Like, you're not here. You're not here, with us. So that's, that really just kind of like Like, that's not right, you know, and that stuff shouldn't even be taken to social media, to be honest. None of that stuff should be even taken to social media. You shouldn't even tell the world that, even if I did it, like, you shouldn't be telling. But yeah, I just feel like everything should, like that's just not fair. Like, none of the stuff was, like, none of it was, you know, spoken to me. She did send me this long paragraph, but I responded. I said, hey, you know, just call me so we can talk about it instead of text. Like, why are you always, you know, texting me? Like, just, you know, just call me. And she said, okay, and she never did. And then, like, a couple days later, she goes out to make a video. Now, my intentions behind the video was not to make Queen seem like a bad parent, anything. I genuinely only did it because, you know, because I just wanted to record him, you know, when he left my house. It wasn't to shade Queen or anything or none of that. That wasn't my intentions. I'm not even like that. I would never do that. But, and he's just sad. He's not sad because he got to go over there because he don't got to, because it's more strict over there. What? The kid is not about to be sad over that. He's sad because he's going to miss, huh? All right, come on. Vinci said he parent right now.
About to head to the school.
Okay, but we gonna meet up with y'all then.
Go to school.
Yeah. All right, bro. Push up, bro.
All right, bro.
But yeah, like that's not, like, I just feel like he's not crying because, oh, he about to go to his mama house, it's strict over there. Like, no, he's crying because he's gonna miss his dad. Like, he tell me all the time, like, Dad, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. And that's just the fact that we need to sit him down and tell him, you know, me and mommy, like, he knows that we're not together, obviously, but we need to tell him, like, you know, we need to literally tell him. But other than that, like, I just feel like you shouldn't have did that. Like, none of that was cool, to be honest, from her point of view. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I control all day, but I'll never ever talk about anything personal. I will never talk about anything personal when it comes to, you know, our son. As far as, like, school and stuff, like, why are you telling social media that? And that stuff wasn't even discussed with me yet. Like, that don't make no type of sense. Like, you telling social media, none of that stuff was discussed with me. Like, that's not mature at all. I'm sorry, that's not mature. And I'm waiting for her to call me. She never called me. I don't know, but that's different. My body different. That blew my shit. I was depressed all fucking day yesterday. Wasn't eating or none of that shit because of that, bro. Like, everybody know I love my son, and he does have rules over my, like, he do got rules over my house. Like, what? You gonna tell people that we, like, that's crazy. That's beyond me. He do got rules over my house. He can't play the game all day long. I be getting on him because he want to play the game all day long. He reads. He has a tutor over here. He was getting tutored. Like he's good. Like, he don't eat sweets, junk food. She said, hey, can you please not have baby Chris eat junk food a lot? He don't eat junk food. He eat junk food here and there. And it don't even be candy now. It be like little snacks here and there for him, like Pop-Tarts or something, or, you know, something in that nature. But he don't eat candy, none of that. Like, I don't know. But I just feel like next time, you know, like, why not come to me about it and talk to me about it versus social media? And then you say you're going to keep them longer for school. Like, what? Did we discuss this? Like, none of this stuff was being discussed between me and you. Like, you never told me that then you can go tell social media that. Like, that's not cool. I don't think that's cool at all, and I don't think that's fair. I never make decisions without her, ever. Since we split up, I never ever made a decision without Queen. Not once. We never made a decision without each other. And for her to say that, it really irritated my soul, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll have to talk to her, but I don't know, bro. Y'all tell me what y'all think, since y'all know it.